This thing needs to get charged. A bit of light. This little light of mine, it's gonna make me shine. This little light of mine, it's gonna make me shine. Okay, good morning. If you're watching this on the replay, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Per usual. Well, I was trying to schedule the live so that I could have time to clean up, but then it just went live. And then I canceled that one, and I deleted it, and then I said, you know what, let's just go live. So, it usually takes a minute for folks to come in anyways, so might as well do a little bit of cleaning up while we wait for folks to come in. Let's see. I can stay there for now. This. Okay. Clean stuff. Bowl. We need bowls. Oh, let's get the oven going. Okay. Wait. Okay, so let's pull out, actually let me keep emptying out the dishwasher because we do have to wash a couple of things. Okay, what do we need for our brownies? We need the mixing bowl. We need the balloon whisk, so I'll wash that really quick. Food processor. We don't need a little saucepan. Oh, we might. This we do need. This we do need. This we do need. This we do need. This we need. So much, but we'll keep it here. Okay, so now we can, let's see, we probably need our big measuring bowls. Okay, let's put stuff to wash. Meaning to do this at night, and then I'm always too tired, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, why didn't I do this last night? Actually no, I do know why I didn't do it last night, because there was a load washing. That's actually fair. There was a load washing, it's just that I also made a lot of dirty dishes yesterday because we were baking and having fun. Okay, I think. Good morning. Okay, I'm gonna wash up really quick because I do need some of the things that are in the sink, but you can just hang out with me while I clean. But I hope you're having a good day so far. What is it? Today's Wednesday, that's why I'm wearing pink. Because on Wednesdays we wear pink. Some of this can still go there. This. Here. Right. Okay, so now let's wash what we need. We need our balloon whisk for the mixer. Oh. Okay. Now we need our measuring spoons. Okay, great. Now we have our clean bowls. Okay, great. Wait. Okay, awesome. Now we can start measuring out our ingredients. So first, I want to pull out the wet ingredients that need to come to room temperature. I know that the Greek yogurt and the cottage cheese need to come to room temperature. So let's go ahead and weigh out. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, maple syrup, brown sugar, egg, whole 1 egg, and egg whites. Okay. We need an egg. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this egg out of its... Can I do it with one hand? Yeah! And no shell. Beautiful. Okay. And after you handle raw eggs, always make sure to wash your hands. is everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, I need to stretch. That's what I'm going to do after I'm done here. I need to roll my back out on a foam roller. Okay, so we have our egg. And then we also need egg white. So, let's see. We need 60 grams of egg white. This is still good to go. We need 60 grams. Perfect. Just enough for our container. So we have 1 whole egg and 60 grams of egg white. Good morning, buenos dias, good morning. Okay, here you go so you can see. Okay, so now we are going to take, we need 80 grams, 80 grams of Greek yogurt, and then we also need cottage cheese, 50 grams. We're gonna blend that smooth. So let's say, take our 80 grams, and it goes by quick. Greek yogurt is very thick, like me. And so the scale goes up quick. $39. See, we're already halfway there. 75.8. 78.5. 80. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Put our Greek yogurt away. Okay, great. Now we need 50 grams of cottage cheese. No, too much. Dang it. Okay. Okay. Now, we add 40 grams of maple syrup. Okay, great. Thank you, Robin. Okay, now the other thing that we need to do really quick is our chia bloom. So we need our chia seeds, and we need 12 grams. Okay. And then it wants brewed espresso or hot water. This is espresso concentrate. So we're gonna cut this in half. So let's go 30. And then we'll add, is it equal parts? Concentrate, right? Doesn't say. Just add cold milk, but like how much? How much is how much? Okay. Okay, so if we need 60, we're doing, okay, 32, and then we'll add water, get it up to 60. Okay. Good morning. Are you about to cook? Yes, I am making, today we're making chocolate chia brownie bites. So the goal for this month is to make high protein goodies that still taste yummy and are nice little treats. And so yesterday we worked on, I'm still working on this recipe, and it actually came out a little thin. So I'm going to make it again today because I'm actually preparing these to package these up and send them to somebody. But yesterday we worked on raspberry pistachio protein bars, but they came out a little thin, but it still came out delicious and the color looks good. So I'm going to make this again today, this afternoon, but I want it to be a little bit thicker. I want it to be thick like a protein bar, like a granola bar. But we made that yesterday. And then for the same person that I'm making the care package for, I want to give them these chocolate chia brownie bites. So, we're preparing all of our ingredients. So good. Okay, so now we need 5 grams of vanilla extract. 5 grams. Okay. And now, so we have, oh, and we need espresso powder. This is half a teaspoon. So we're using Bustelo Instant Espresso instead of espresso powder because I couldn't find espresso powder, which is not the same as espresso grinds or grounds, which I usually have in hand. But instant espresso is the closest thing to espresso powder. So we're going to take half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. I think that's what's in here, but let's see. Oh, yep. Yeah, why not? Coffee is good to put into your chocolate. Whenever you're baking with chocolate, it's good to have some coffee along for the ride. So we're going to take our chia and put it in there. And actually, same thing, we're going to do that with our cocoa powder. We're going to add it to our chia bloom so that both the cocoa powder and the chia can bloom in our coffee. So now, let's take, oh wait, no, I want to use, today we're using Ghirardelli cocoa powder. So we need 30 grams. Okay. Great. Now, same thing. We're gonna take that cocoa powder and drop it in with that coffee and that chia. And we're gonna mix this all together, because it helps activate our chocolate and our chia. Just like so. And it's basically going to become a paste, because with the chia seed and the cocoa powder, it absorbed all that coffee, but we want that. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. All right, now we're going to go back to our wet ingredients. We have our Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and maple syrup in this container. And I want to blend out the cottage cheese, but there's not enough in there to do it by itself to properly blend it. So I mix it with, I mean, it's all going to get mixed together anyways, but it helps blend it a little bit easier by adding the Greek yogurt and the maple syrup. It's going to help us blend our cottage cheese, because we want the cottage cheese blended out before we mix it. Okay. Now, we need 60 grams of melted unsalted butter. So let's take some butter, put it in a microwave safe bowl. We need our scale. Oh, we're pretty much there. Let's see with the actual butter, because the packaging adds weight, so I think we're going to need a tiny bit more butter. But it was pretty much at 60. 53. Okay, great. So we need 7 more grams of butter. I have a little bit of softened butter here. So let's see if we can get out 7 grams. 56. 57. 58.8. 60. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, and programming note, I found a pink pineapple at the store yesterday. So at some point this week, we're going to make something with it. What? I don't know what. But be on the lookout. Pink pineapple day. So I should put that there so I don't forget. Okay, so let's melt our butter. So 10 seconds at a time, because we don't want it to pop. If it goes too hot too quick, it pops in the microwave, and that's the worst. I mean, there's worse things in the world, but it's not the best. Okay. Okay, so let's keep taking stuff out. So we have our egg. We have our egg white. We need 40 grams of brown sugar. see? There's so much in here, so I'm gonna have to pull out a new bag. Okay, that's 15. Whew. 15, open a new bead. Alright. We need 40. Okay, great. We have our 40 grams of light brown sugar. Make sure the bag closes. Oh, I don't like this kind of bag. It's the kind that deceptively closes, but it doesn't really close. We're going to take one of our little rubber bands, put it just like so. Okay, great. So now, okay, so we have our melted butter. We need oil, 10 grams of oil. Oh, I hear it popping. No, don't pop on me. Okay, sometimes it wants to pop, like it doesn't want to melt, but then it wants to pop. So then what I take is the little bit of butter that hasn't melted yet. I just stir it in the other hot butter, and then that helps get it all melted. Because we don't want it popping in the microwave, because then we end up with most of our butter left behind in the microwave, on the ceiling of our microwave. But see, just like that, with a little bit of pushing and prodding, we now have our melted butter. Okay, great. So that aside. Now we need 10 grams of oil. Okay. Okay, great. So we have all of our wet ingredients out now, and we have our chia and our chocolate blooming. So now we need our dry ingredients. So let's take one of our clean bowls and dry it out. Whoa! Hello? No. Okay, great. So now we need oat flour, almond flour, protein powder, baking powder, salt. Oat flour, almond flour, baking powder, salt. Okay. So let's start with our 70 grams of our oat flour. $14, $35, $52, $67, $70. Okay. Great. Now, because sometimes things may come out more than we need to, and then we have to reduce. It's better to pour it into a separate bowl and then dump that in there. So now for our almond flour, we need 40 grams. 12, 29, 45. Oop, there we go, 41, 40. See, there you go. It's easy to put in more than what you want. So 40, we're going to put that into our dry mix. Now, we already have the 30 grams of cocoa powder that's blooming with the chia and the coffee. Then we need 4 grams of baking powder. Ooh, right there. 4.1, I'll take it. Okay. And then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then we need 15 grams of our protein powder. Perfect. Okay. And now we're going to take our whisk and we're going to mix our dry ingredients together. Make sure everything's nice and incorporated and there aren't any pockets of any one thing. Great. Now we need to prep our pan, which is not this one. Okay, so now we need our pan. And because these are brownie bites, I want to make them individual servings, so we're going to use mini cupcake liners. So we'll prep our mini muffin cupcake pan with our liners, just like so. Okay, great. So now we take checking on our chia. I'm actually going to add a little touch of water to this just because it's become kind of like a dry paste. Okay, we don't want it to just be like a glob of chocolate and chia. I want a little bit of, what, did I just get chocolate on my face? Okay, so now, great, that's a little better, because we want that chia to have that like binding kind of like chia pudding kind of vibe. So I added a tiny bit of water to that just to get it a little bit more loosey-goosey. Okay, so now we have weighed everything out. We have let our chia and chocolate and coffee stand for a while, and our Greek yogurt and cottage cheese has been coming to room temperature. So now we've preheated the oven. Perfect, it's exactly where we need it to be. We have our lined mini muffin pan. We have bloomed our chia. We have whisked our dry. Now we need to mix our wet. So let's go ahead and bring Big Mama into play. Big Mama. Okay, so let's combine. So we have our brown sugar. We have our egg and egg white. Yep, everything. Yeah, everything goes in. That's the one thing I like about this recipe. It is kind of like a dump and mix recipe a little bit. We've got our oil. I mean, after you've done all the separating out of things. We have our butter. Great. And now we have the cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, and maple syrup. Great. And then, little hair. And then, last but not least, our wonderful chocolate mix. One short day in the Emerald City. One short day. Every way in the Emerald City. We're always home to. two best friends. Living it all, bum, 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 bum. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. Looking pretty good. So now we're going to scrape down the sides of our bowl and the bottom and just make sure everything's mixed, but we're looking pretty mixed right now, like so. Very liquidy. And now we're going to take our mixed dry ingredients and add them to our batter. Oh, and we still need our chocolate chips. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I like, for these brownie bites, they get semi-sweet mini chips mixed in, but I also like taking Ghirardelli milk chocolate regular size chips and putting them one on the bottom of each liner, and then when we put the batter on, we're gonna go back on and put one on top, and basically it has kind of like a little bit of a gooey chocolate center, which is fun. A little fun surprise for your protein brownie bite. What do we think? What do we think so far? Let me know in the chat. How are you doing today? And if you just want to lurk, I get it. I'm a lurker. I'm more of a girl world lurker, but I'm a lurker nonetheless. Lots of good news this morning. If you are a politically active U.S. citizen. So I'm excited about that. Never ever wanted to live in New York more than I do now. But for as much as I love Mamdani, I hate winter. So they can keep him. But I suspect he's going to be doing a lot of good for that city. And I'm excited to see that because it would be really fun and cute and sweet and like super exciting if somebody in California, especially in San Francisco, where we have just a Nepo baby as a mayor. And I'm sorry, I don't want a Nepo baby running my city. It would be great if we had somebody get inspired by what's happening in New York to bring it over here. Okay, so we're gonna, before this over mixes, because we don't want to over mix, it's starting to come together pretty nicely. So let's go ahead and add our mini chips and fold those into our batter. Always scraping down the sides of our bowl. I forget to turn the bowl. It also helps to turn the bowl while you're scraping. Okay, great. We have a beautifully mixed batter. Now, we're going to take a quick second. Scrape our spatula. Okay, great. So now we have our beautiful batter. Oh wait, no, we need that bag. So now we're gonna take our medium-sized, okay, so there's Gorilla Grip cookie scoops. I have all 3 sizes. I have them color-coded. So we're going for the middle one today. Take our tray. It's been prepped with our little chocolate moments. So now we're going to take our cookie scoop and scoop it. Cookie scoop, scoop it. Cookie scoop and scoop it. Honey, no, 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 no. Don't even think about it. No. No. I said don't think about it. No. I said no. Honey, I said no. Okay, great. Now, last but not least, we're going to take our chocolate chips and put one on each one. Right on top. Just like that. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. And so now, "15 minutes in the oven." So let's check our oven temperature, exactly where we want it. So for 15 minutes. All right. That's for now. I am gonna come back later. So that's it for now. I just wanted to pop this recipe in to the oven for now. I'm gonna come back later. I ordered some granola molds, like some granola bar or silicone molds, to help me with this recipe with the pistachio raspberry protein bar that I'm developing. The one that we made yesterday came out a little thin, so I don't want to send this to the person that I'm making all this for, because I like how thick the first batch came out, but then this recipe, I was trying to make it more shelf stable, but then the recipe just got a little thin. The batter got a little thin. So this is the raspberry pistachio protein bar that I'm working on. So I ordered some granola bar molds, so that maybe that'll help with the shape. I do want them to be little bars. And then that'll help me also, I can use my cookie scoop to measure out each portion into the molds. So anyways, I'm gonna wait for that order to come in today. I'm also getting a vacuum sealer in the mail today. So basically all these little treats that I'm making are gonna get mailed out to at least one person. If you wanna be part of my VIP taste testing group, let me know. I am still in the development phase of launching a micro bakery, and I'm trying to decide what my business model is going to be. Is it going to be like weekly pre-orders for local people, or is it things that I can mail out to people? And I'm really hoping to develop products that I can pop into the mail for people, because I feel like that's more of a scalable business model than just baking for my neighbors. So if you haven't hit subscribe already, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm gonna come back later live today as soon as I get the molds, probably this afternoon after I'm done with work. So I'll be back live later today, and then tomorrow is Thursday, so we're probably gonna be making another treat tomorrow, and then Friday and Saturday will be the day that I work on the strawberry vanilla cloud cake for one of my friends. So feel free to come back and hang out for that. But for now, I'm gonna clean up.
I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. I hope to see some of you soon. And if I don't see you soon, I hope you have a great life. But I'll be back later to bake some more. Hope to see you then. Bye.